Chris, where are we with the sixth form centre?
Well, it's very positive. It's really gathered momentum amongst the parents and the students now. Really positive in that. We have, in terms of buildings, the architects have designed a building. Lovely. It'd be a fantastic addition to the school. And we've gone to planning permission through Development Corporation. Okay, and that's got in quite nicely. So we wait to hear back from that on the 14th of September. In terms of the curriculum and the ethos of the sixth form, we've worked really hard on that. We've made an appointment, Janet Dillon, our head of English, who's produced fantastic results. She's been promoted to the SMT and has been working hard on drafting the first prospectus. We went to staff last week and talked about our initial ideas for curriculum and setup, etc., and timelines. That went very well. We're going to speak to students about it formally this week, and obviously parents this week as well, on the Thursday evening, on the 1st of July. We've been talking and working with students all the way along, which has been really important, so the students have had a real impact into it. There's a student architect team that meet with the architects to feed in their ideas, and every time we update something, we get a collection of different students together from year 10 to see if they like the ideas, and it's been very positive. So building momentum, going well. The building is unlikely to be ready for September 2011, but we would hope it would be ready during sometime during the course of that year. Looking positive.
So, would you need a minimum number of ticked names for 2012 to make it all feasible?
Yeah. September 2011. We need to get going on it. I mean, we haven't set in terms of funding. The smaller the sixth form, the harder it is. We've planned in the end to have 120 in year 12 and 80 in year 13. Predominantly our students. I mean, already there's been some interest from other students, external students, not campus students, saying, "Oh, you're going to have a sixth form," etc., etc. Our students would get priority. I think at first it does take time to build up to those numbers if the sixth form here repeats history, as in other schools that have set up their sixth form. I believe there's a real need for a sixth form. I mean, can you believe in terms of percentages, the same number of percent of students from Newham go to university as Thurrock? And to be honest, Thurrock's in the second quartile for deprivation, where Newham's in the fourth. And for me, I believe that Thurrock really should be ahead of local authorities like Newham because of its deprivation, regarding how many students go to university, and basically that would be just one purpose or one aim of the campus sixth form, but surely a crucial one in that there should be a high number of our students going to university, and also the stay-on rate of 17 needs to be improved in Thurrock, and that's what we seek to address.
So you think that will, in education, do you feel that it's important to have the sixth form attached to the senior school? Do you think that will help all schools in many ways?
Well, I think it would. I mean, the schools in Thurrock, historically, until the Stanford La Hope sixth form centre and ourselves now following suit, 11 to 16 is hard to compete against other 11 to 18 schools. It's hard in terms of recruitment and retention of staff. Teachers want to teach sixth form. It's important. They want to have that extra dimension, to the repertoire, so to speak. So recruitment retention in terms of budget, 11 to 18s are better off. 11 to 18 schools on average do better in results in terms of 5 ACCs, including maths and English, and every other statistic. So, there's just 3 reasons, but they're 3 crucial reasons why it would help, certainly schools in Thurrock to become 11 to 18. Everybody knows the Academies programme, the historic Academies programme, where schools were in challenging circumstances and were allowed to become an academies, they didn't become 11 to 16 academies, they become 11 to 18 academies, and there's a reason for that, because that really helps them to turn things around, and there's good reasons for that. It's hard in the current economic climate to be 11 to 16 school. you know, you need that 11 to 18. There's a huge amount of accountability that goes with post-16 education, but this school is ready for that, and we don't just want a sixth form, we want an outstanding one.
Is there enough students to go around? We've got South Essex College as part of Thurrock Basildon now, we've got Palmer's College, you know. How do I say this? Is there a fear that one sixth form could collapse because of the popularity of another sixth form?
Well, certainly at the moment we've got a monopoly situation, and that's not good for anybody. You know, better competition is important. You know, more competition will drive up standards in the area, where standards in the area, from you know, the benchmarks that I've quoted already, it's not high enough. All right, Palmer's is an outstanding college, South Essex College, you know, the old Thurrock and Basildon. No doubt that will improve massively under new leadership. So it's not a criticism of those institutions at all, but a school sixth form is very different to a college, and some students would be better off, okay, in a school sixth form. At the moment, you know, you've got parents having to go outside of the borough for any choice, and that's not right. Okay, to give parents a good choice, you need the high-performing schools to develop the sixth forms, and that's crucially important. Now, I was reading recently about population figures, and behind Westminster, Thurrock has got the highest population growth, okay, for children, okay, in this area predicted for the future. There is areas of the country where increased competition would mean that you're fighting a small number of students, but with the population figures, you know, in this area looking like they're set to increase, one of the few areas where they're set to increase, you've also got the raising of the participation age, where children in year 8 now have to stay on in school until they're 17, and I think, you know, soon enough children, well, it's already talked about children staying on until they're 18. Schools will have to look at a more, the local authority will have to look at a more varied and broad choice for parents in terms of staying on education after 16 years of age.